In this video, we're going to talk about lighting in RHINO. Now you can see here I have a picture in the background which also moves as I move the camera. Now this is a particular technique called HDRI or image-based lighting or IBL. So we're going to see some tools that will give you an exterior lighting like natural light, sun and sky, and also an image that represents the exterior. And we'll also check some of the artificial lights or the lights that you probably will use for the interiors. And so we finished the part concerning the 3D modeling that we started um, with the NURBS modeling, and then we proceed with the mesh and ended with the sub-D polygon soft modeling. We're gonna leave that part and we're gonna start to talk about the rendering part. So let's start here where we left off in the previous video with the various models that we created. Now I create another model real quick to simulate a small building, but you can also use other models if you want. Now this is pretty simple. I'm gonna use the mesh tool, and this is also some sort of art polygonal modeling. So instead of using sub-D, which is gonna be real soft, I'm gonna use mesh tools. And for example, I can create a box here, and I'm setting up a count for the X, let's say 10, and counting for the epsilon, let's say 8, and accounting for the Z, and I will set 3. And I will do now 10 meters for the first corner. So let's change this from to 3 point, and then I'm gonna go here with ortho and type 1000. So I'm gonna have 10 meters and then 8000 for the epsilon, sorry, 800, so 8 meters, and then let's click there, okay, and then 300 for the height. So I'm gonna have a building of 3 meters high. Okay, don't know why it's going the other way, so let's type minus 300 and press enter. So this could be the base for building modeling, because I can now select some of these faces and create windows and doors. Now usually doors are 220 centimeters, so I need to move those points a little bit up. So what I'll do here is go into front view, for example, hold Control and Shift, select that line of points and edges and move it a couple of grid points up, so it's gonna be like 220. And well, I can do the same thing with the bottom, which is gonna represent the windows, but I will let you figure out that yourself. So let's get started here. Control Shift and start to select, for example, these to create openings. So this could be here a window and a door, so I will delete those. And this is the easiest way you can create some interiors or exteriors. And also here I want to create a window, a really large window, and right here I want to have a large door, like a double door. Okay, and perhaps another door here or window. Now you can see that this has no thickness, but we can solve that with the offset mesh. And let's set here to both sides, and let's type 10 centimeters or 15 centimeters, so it's gonna be 30 centimeters of thickness. Now when you do this kind of shell or thickness, this is gonna create like curvy effect. Well, this is an issue that you can solve by realigning the points. So I will just show you for one wall and then you can do the other yourself. So basically you go back to the transform, you go to the alignment tools, and for example here we're gonna align them into the epsilon position. So let's say okay. Okay, well, you need to select, of course, the faces or points that you want to align. There you go. So, well, these are actually on the X. There you go. And then you can click there and do the same thing for the others. So it's gonna take you just a couple of minutes there to fix everything, but you get the idea. Now I want to create a real quick roof, and to do that I can go again in the mesh modeling just to show you how many things you can do here. For example, well, let's go for the mesh box. In this case, we only need one side to have 2 subdivisions. So the other gonna be 1 subdivision, and then I will create this really quick. Don't want to be so precise. There you go. And then extrude this just a little bit right there, and then move it onto the top of my model. Okay, now that's my floor. That's my roof, sorry, and I will readapt this in the correct position and get that middle edge there and create a slope. And this is of course just something to have to test our lights. So let's get started. So the panels, the most important panels here are the rendering panel, the sun panel or sun options panel, and the lights panel. Now you can see here that I have my skylight turned on and my sun turned off. We can go here right away to render it if you want to start to see something. So if I turn the sun on, I can see the effect here of the sun. I can also keep both, and I can adjust here the intensity. So let's decrease this a little bit. So the sun and the skylight, let's make it half. And we can start to render here, but we won't see much. So let's change something before in the current render. So we can use RHINO render and also other plugins like V-Ray, and I definitely suggest you use V-Ray because it's faster, better, it's gonna give you better result. And you can see a video course about V-Ray in our channel if you're interested. And here you can define the resolution, so the pixels of your render, the DPI, and the quality. We're gonna keep draft because it's gonna be too slow otherwise. And you can see now the color that we are using here is total white, but we can change the background color and make it something different if you want. And also we can apply the ground plane. And you can see here the ground plane is a little bit offset, it's a little bit low, so I'm gonna click here and say not automatic. I'm gonna set this to 0 and say OK. And this is already gonna look a little bit better. Now it looks like an architectural model in small scale. Now we can also use a gradient if you want, or if you want to do the most realistic thing, we can use the 360 environment. Now 360 environment is nothing but HDRI. This is called an image that's gonna go all around your scene, and it's gonna create a scenario which is gonna be used first of all for the background, as we are doing right now, but also it's gonna be used for reflections. So when we're gonna talk about materials and you have reflecting materials, well, you need to have something around them